I'm like, you know what would the team more really appreciate? That's right.
Premature ejaculation.
Oh,
I mean, what are we doing now?
Iron Mass, these guys are no trouble, so I could probably use the suction. Oh, that's how it's done.
Suction.
My experience of playing Legends of Zelda.
Yeah, tell me again. The experience about playing Legends of Zelda.
Wait. Hear me out. I suck at these games.
I can tell.
You know it's time for MS. Whoa, that was rude. Welcome back, everybody. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, so we're actually beginning a little further ahead than where we left off in the last video. To catch you up, what we did do was we got I believe the hot spring water, poured it on the little green plant.
That's literally all.
And it grew up, and now we ran up the mountain.
That's literally. It took us about 10 minutes to do that because.
Yeah, before we realized
because
that.
You're incompetent.
He ain't wrong.
He's the gamer boy.
I'm supposed to be, the lad that's in charge of this playthrough, and I don't even know what I'm doing.
This whole operation.
Can't believe you, Michael.
Can't you just suck the thing off his head? Or you
Excuse you, you could suck the thing off his head if you know what you mean.
I don't roll that way, man. I don't like plants.
That's what they. Look, this plant is a wonderful individual. He's got more to him than just that little bit of vegetation on his head.
No, listen, he has a piece of grass on his head. He has a sucky mouth, and he has 2 little dots for eyes.
I didn't hear you complain about Birdo last night, alright? No, damn, Mario freak. Yoshi's gonna be jealous.
Birdio is the one that looks like Yoshi, except she has a hole in her face from where she picked at her acting so bad.
Yes.
And then she uses her eggs.
You're terrible.
Her unborn. She throws around her unborn children.
Yoshi does it too.
Yoshi's a guy. His eggs are sterile.
Where did he get the eggs from? Apparently,
no, it's
how it goes is that he's actually got. I want to say female and male versions of Yoshi's, because if you ever play, I think it's 1,000-Year-Old Door. There's actually like an island full of Yoshis, and there's designated girl Yoshis and boy Yoshis.
And then what happens then, Michael?
I don't know. All I'm saying is the eggs come from somewhere. I'm not sure if both Yoshis lay them. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Okay, so I'm missing something. I wonder if I can place a bomb there. You think that'll work?
Well, if you can run over fast enough.
I'm pretty sure I can.
Nope.
Damn it.
I
was about to say, but then I realized I'm not doing something. Oh god, I just dropped like 4 bombs.
You're not, that's not gonna work.
Let me.
I think you gotta find something to.
Off the bombs. Because you're
just gonna drop them. Oh, see if you can carry one of those things inside.
Damn it!
This door isn't big.
I was about to say if I pull it, but I see these bit of gravel, I'm almost positive that Nintendo put them there for a reason. Either that, I don't think it too much. Could be either way. I'm just gonna say Nintendo put it there for a reason, so I don't see that. So we're incompetent fool. Well, we're gonna find another place to climb up. Because now we got this little grip glove thingy.
Got it. Got it.
Pretty sure that's gonna come into effect later on. That's what it says about it. The mines and shortcut to bottom. The place that we're dropping, rocks down on our booty cheeks.
Oh, we can climb up that?
Climb down it and up it. I mean, we already went up. Oh, there's a mushroom cap to play with.
Wait, we get across there? Wait.
We can kind of tug on this mushroom.
The way they animate that little, wiggling part is really, really, really suggestive.
Does it make you randy, baby?
No, but it's just sort of like, why? It's so wiggly. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's wiggling, it's like it's suggesting something.
I really don't know of any mushrooms that are very elastic. So I don't know what kind of mushroom it is. So for argument's sake, let's say.
But then again, you also don't know of any one-eyed jumping crabs. So
wrong, but
I mean, apply the term fantasy. People are like
exactly, which is what I'm talking about. So you're wiggling mushroom.
Listen, we're about to get into a whole tirade now. You ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
Listen, man. My biggest gripe with works of fiction, especially in the fantasy, is that they don't take full advantage of the word fantasy. So certainly you have more realistic. Okay. Certainly you have more realistic levels of fantasy. You have your Dark Souls, which is like, oh, I can roll. I can only roll. I can't do anything superhuman. But at the same time, there's like a dragon with 3 heads, and like that poops out fireballs. Fine. That's fine. Fantasy's up to the creator. But then I also see how then there's like, I am like a 3-year-old girl who has the power of like a mountain ogre and not the best, right? That's also okay. My issue is that when, with the term fantasy being used, right? It's like people are always like, whoa, you know, he can shoot fireballs, but the physics of that fireball have to obey. I'm like, dude, no, fantasy. It's fantasy.
I get what you're saying.
You can do whatever you want, and almost half the time you don't even need to explain anything, because you can just chalk it up. But then people will be like, that's lazy writing. No, it's not. I can write whatever I want, dude. You know?
I wasn't supposed to do that. I totally just like threw a bomb in a well, like, oh.
Wait, maybe you were supposed to do that.
No, I'm sure I was, but I'm like, I wish for you to die. Oh, it's a fairy lady. It's spring. Just throw the golden bomb into the spring or the silver bomb.
Silver bomb.
Neither.
Neither. Neither.
Played enough games to know that you say neither. You are honest.
Wait, is there a golden bomb you must?
No.
Oops. Big bag. Big bomb bag.
No, you don't.
This is the bomb fairy.
Wow, 30. Wow, she's literally gave me a... Who gives a boy
a bomb bag?
A bomb bag. A bag to hold even more bombs. Why would you allow this, like, 12-year-old child to run around with explosives? Lethal explosives.
I can think of a certain unsavory organization.
Oh, yeah? Who?
I don't know.
You had me going. I thought you had something great to say.
No.
Disappointed. The rest of what you do.
Oh my god. Nah, man, listen. Fantasy should be applied as such. That's all I'm saying.
See, I agree. It's just kind of fun to pick at, though. Like, which is where, like, the whole, like...
Yeah, but, like...
Because you apply it...
But there are people who pick at it for the story perspective, and that's fine. How you tell the story is important. But the content of your story, as long as the story is good, shouldn't matter. That's at least my school of thought.
I kind of agree, but I also like I'm very much like along the lines of like
it should at least
the fantasy would be great in the real world.
But that's like
stop whooping my booty
but that's
cheeks.
A whole like
oh I'm gonna die of this stupid stuff.
That's a whole genre, you know. It's like real life fantasy type of thing, you know.
I get what you're saying, but like I do understand both sides. I do.
I mean,
I have a tendency to be like,
he cast fireball, but it didn't fall according to gravity's pull. You know, I can't.
Not
this
that,
is
ridiculous.
I know
they'll
people
be
like that.
You know, I shot. You know, he shot a bullet and it ricocheted across 72 traffic cones and hit this guy in the head.
Was it a magic bullet?
No.
Okay, then that doesn't happen. Like, but then but I'm talking
it's
like
a magic bullet.
But
it's okay.
That's fine. You don't have to explain anything.
Oh my god, I'm about to die. 0 deaths. Oh, I'm dead. 0 deaths. Well, it was bound to happen sometime.
I mean, was it, or are you just bad?
Probably the latter of the 14. Continue.
Oh my god.
Rough. It's okay, we
We've
can
been
climb.
set back a billion years.
Back in my day, we didn't have these problems.
Yeah, back in your day.
Video games played themselves.
Did they? I mean, weren't you at the rise of like video games? You grew up with video games, literally, like in the sense of like where they were used to be really crappy. When you
really crappy, but also not really crappy. It's fantastic. Right?
What's the worst or the first video game you ever played?
Played probably Sonic the Hedgehog.
Like OG Sonic the Hedgehog?
OG.
Wow.
See scripting. I'm calling it now. Riot, please get your boys.
It's the wrong company. Nintendo's gonna sue us now.
How dare you say
Sign this.
It's So
Taking all
Reggie
of your money.
talks. I'm just kidding, Reggie. I love you.
Nah, but like, so the first game you ever played was Sonic the Hedgehog, or what?
Sega. One of these days I'll get this right where I actually
You don't need to kill everything here.
I'm trying to get hearts from these. Damn, you need to jump right on. Alright, let's keep going.
Because remember, down
Before I
here,
get myself killed.
down here, they have things. Just go in the cave, bro.
I'm going.
Yeah. Guy's smoking hash. You see those? You see
He's
those?
a hermit, of course he is. Of the world, pursue a life of quiet reflection. You see me but
Sure,
a child.
sure,
Nature
you
climbed the
meathead.
forbidden.
Your head. Listen, your hairstyle is shaped like a.
He looks like a teepee. Leave him alone. All right. He's just an old mountain sage.
How about you give us a little hash, bro? We don't need
Timor,
info.
Timor. Link is a pure child. He doesn't do these
Look at
kind of
all that green. Look
recreation
at all that
activities.
green
Let
he's
me-
wearing. He's obviously down for the
It's
puff,
for
puff,
courage.
pass.
It's for courage. You're ruining a great,
Courage is red.
a great childhood franchise for me. All right,
Michael.
stop this.
Michael, courage is red. Green is for hash.
Courage is red. So there was something else they said, and I just kind of went back.
What did he tell us?
Courage with a little information. Have you not? Strange patterns was.
Yes.
Yeah, bombs. Bombs are the answer. What does he mean?
Give us that
strange
hash, bro.
Pattern walls. Timor, stop wishing things on our boy Link. He's an innocent child that can't swim.
You can't swim.
So what makes you think he can fly?
Hi.
Please don't hit me.
Don't worry. I'll hit you later. Is this still on us?
I don't know. All I know is music. Leave me alone. Where's the hearts?
Dang, give
I
it
just
to you, bro.
need something good.
Oh, God.
No, well, that's awkward. Thought those clouds were like tentacles. Like,
Kill that guy.
This is weird. That didn't
Let
work.
go.
It worked in every other game.
Okay.
I'm just giving them a handicap. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Go. Well, that was certainly a drastic change. Hashtag Florida weather.
Yeah, that
That's-
sounds about right.
that's-
That's accurate.
I was literally driving out of here one day, and I pulled up onto the little intersection out there, and I saw the sky. It was like
Half and half
literally,
rated.
literally half and half. And I was like, oh, my house is that way into the storm. I was like, oh, this place just got dry.
One of the cooler things I've ever seen was like watching down the street. Like, whoa, 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 chill, whoa.
These raindrops are like boulders of water to us, kid. Watch out. No, duh.
And it's with a little damage. Oh, I'm done, Joe.
Oh my god, how would anybody do this on the Game Boy? This is so hard. Michael's barely doing this.
Damn it. You shouldn't have said anything. I was doing kind of good.
Okay, let's see how far you can get next time.
I'm just gonna roll past it. Watch her work. Damn, I've died twice on this mountain. But like I watched like back to the thought, like I watched like rain, like heavy rain just like rush at me. It was like cool because you're like, wow, marveling in the situation.
Wow,
and you're,
nature's
like,
amazing.
And then like obviously it catches up to you and you're just like, I should probably get under some kind of like cover. But it was just really cool.
I mean, living in South Florida, or Florida in general, kind of has this thing, this culture living about it where you look at the sky, and even if it looks like death, you're kind of like,
It'll be fine in 10 minutes.
I'll be okay, you know. And meanwhile, people from out of state are always like, oh my god, it
I
looks like
came
the...
down here to vacation.
And it's
It's
raining.
raining. You're like, man, just give me 5 seconds. It's fine. Just give me 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. I actually went to a wedding yesterday, and it was really cool because right as like the two, the bride and the groom were like, exchanging their vows, like
Started
right
raining.
when it was like the time to kiss, it rained, like it was pouring, and then like right afterwards it was done, like it was like,
It was an outdoor wedding?
yeah.
Oh my god, what fools.
you fools.
Am I going?
I gotta kill this guy. He's gonna ruin. He's gonna harsh my vibe.
There's 2 guys right there.
Come on. Ooh.
Never mind. Alright, go. To the rainy
Yeah, so
side.
literally, like, right as like the vows like it started to pick up, and like she got to the part where it's like, you know,
I do,
and then like
I do.
No, we'll start that band later on, okay?
Alright.
Once mainly Sane, you know, gets the rest of the members, okay? One of these days.
We a quartet.
We'll do a quartet.
See, we're not even trying to make a YouTube channel. We just want to make a quartet.
That's the end goal.
A barbershop quartet. Oh God.
What? That didn't even make sense. I told you it was pro.
Damn it. I hate it when rolling is the solution.
But it's always a solution.
No, it's not.
It says who? It's worked for me every time so far.
30 bombs. What are we gonna do with 30 bombs? We could
obviously go into demolition. Wait a minute. Wait, this means so much.
I'm brought back to Pokemon all of a sudden. Thank you, strength.
Okay.
You know what was the worst part about using strength? If you just pushed the boulder the wrong way, you had to exit the cave or whatever just to reset it. And it was
funny
like,
that you say that. I gotta leave the area.
Oh God. Just get small. Get small. Get small. And go big.
Shrink. Come on. Let's go.
Right now, on shrink.
Yeah, because I think I gotta push the boulder all the way over here.
Yes.
Again, back to Pokemon with like the like puzzle, like the strength puzzle thing where like on the ice.
Oh God, that was so annoying. There was a puzzle in. There was a puzzle in. Well, no, puzzles in games are nice, right? Especially when it's like this kind of story.
Yep.
But like, there was one puzzle in Emerald, I believe it was, where you had to walk on all of the steps of the like the mechanic was.
The steps?
No. It was like you were on an ice gym, and you had to walk on the gym thing. Like, and the trick to the puzzle was that you couldn't walk over any same place twice. And if you fell, there was like a cavern below with trainers waiting to like battle you.
I don't know if I remember that. I never really played Emerald, but I played.
As a kid, it was very, very frustrating. I mean, it's like, when does a game's
puzzle take it too far?
There's always like a sweet spot, you know? Like for me, I've talked to you about this before, but one of the only Legend of Zelda games that I've ever finished was what was it? Phantom Hourglass.
Yeah, which
it had some amazing puzzles.
I told you the one that like had me stuck
that was
for
the
a
exact
long
same
time.
one that I had stuck, where it's like you had to close the thing, and it was like,
I think
and you were
it's
like,
even better
what?
because you find it by accident. Like it was.
I didn't find it by accident. I had to I was stuck on it for weeks, and I was like, I almost cried because I couldn't complete it. I was like, am I dumb? Like, and I never at that point I didn't know you could look up.
Come on, man,
game
facts.
I know, I didn't know, man. And then I remember my mom took it, and she was like,
oh, I think I made mistakes.
And she was like, oh, maybe you gotta close it. And I was like, that's stupid. And then she closed it, and I was like, oh, Mom, you're a genius.
She was like.
And then there was another one that it was like, draw the Triforce with one.
See, that one was easy to me.
That one was
you
so hard.
You had to draw
for
the
me.
Hourglass. It wasn't the Triforce.
Yeah, you know exactly what puzzle I'm talking about.
Yeah, and that one was fun. Like, I was okay with that. It was just like, I couldn't figure out. I spent like, on the one we were talking about, the one you spent like 2 weeks on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent like hours like trying to figure out, like, just like, what the hell do I do?
How old were you?
I was probably 15, 16.
Yeah, I was like 9 or something.
No, I couldn't have been that. Maybe I was like 12 or 13.
Yeah, I was young.
You are what, 22?
Roughly.
What do you mean roughly?
Yeah,
are you 22 or not?
I'm 22.
Roughly.
I don't want.
There's no secrets here.
I don't want people to know my. How did you not make that? Oh yeah, it's like the thing.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want people to know my age. Like.
I'm
just kidding.
Are your what's it called, social media accounts on private? Because if not.
Oh yeah, it's gonna blow up now after all 50 people watched this.
Oh, hey man.
I mean, I love you guys, but like.
Both love you.
Maybe we'll blow up.
I love you more than you.
Like, and then people will be like, "Ha, let's follow him on his Twitter." And at that point.
Isn't that kind of what happens?
I mean, yeah.
When you like.
But like
when people kind of like reach the like limelight of it, it's kind of what happens.
Yeah, but like
I've
always I don't know if you could tell this about me, but I'm a pretty private person. You know?
Uh-huh.
I don't think you ever would have like guessed that about me. No.
Timo, I gotta be honest, you're pretty. You're kind of outgoing as far as I've ever seen it.
Well, like, no, because I'm always hanging out with you and like I have a good time with you, but like.
You did it.
Oh God. No, but in the sense of where it's like, I really do enjoy being by myself sometimes. Oh wow.
I didn't think that worked. I thought that was like a pressure plate. But yeah, see, I hear that. And
you on the other hand seem like you kind of recharge with people.
That unfortunately I'm gonna have to say that.
That's no.
I do well. Like I'm very much. I had this conversation with my coworker earlier. I'm very much an introvert, but
really,
like, I do well. Like when prompted, I have conversations well. Like I'm not like really shy of anything, but like for the most part, I prefer being left to my own devices. Like you know, I'm definitely a homebody. Like if I had a choice to be, I'm staying home. I go out mostly to kind of like appease my fellow
friends,
friend or whatever which way you know it is. You know what? Which I enjoy. It's not like you know I'm like, hey, goddamn them, make me come out. No, it's none of that. I enjoy you know spending time with you know the people that are like near and dear to the heart kind of stuff. It's just you know a lot of times though I get bored of things. So like karaoke was a big thing that we used to do.
And you got bored of it?
Yeah, I don't really do karaoke as much anymore. Not nearly as much. It's kind of.
It's the same thing over and over.
I'm kind of done with that. I sing the same songs. That's partly my fault, but it's just like the same thing and like.
Are you one of those? Sorry to cut you off, but are you one of those people where it's like you really get into something and then you sort of exhaust yourself on it?
Yeah, a bit of it. That's why I kind of have like a ton of hobbies. Yeah.
What's just
you know, it's not like a bad
thing. Like you have a ton of experience in a bunch of different things, but not a whole lot of like time experience into it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Like the jack of all trades and master of none kind of thing. Like
you're literally a beginner of all, master of none. Not even like a well versed in
no journeyman or nothing like. Because I've done so many different things, from archery to good old woodworking, different sewing and like things like that. And like I barely kind of like know the stuff.
Anything.
So I mean.
Barely know how to play video games. Alright, so well, we'll end it there.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot. You know, thanks for stopping in, and I guess we have to do another question though before we next time on.
Yeah, you do the question.
Damn.
Alright, ask us a question.
That's not bad, but leave us a comment of like funny.
What are you good at?
That's actually good. Thank you.
What are you good at?
Mine was gonna be something long-winded. I was gonna be like, yo, leave us some like childhood experience, but we'll save that for another time. So literally, yo, what are you good at?
What are you good at?
What are you good at? Thanks for watching. See you next time.